Hi, welcome to this video. So we're talking about what do you know before you're born, and it's really actually quite important. So we're going to talk about the three things that you know. We're going to talk about why it's important that you know it. And then I'm going to take you on a kind of meditation and explore those psychic senses so that you can begin to explore it for yourself. So let's get into that video right now. Hey you, welcome to this video. David here. So let's get into it. Let's have a look at this idea of what do you know before you actually arrive here. So first of all, just say for myself, I've been having these out-of-body experiences since I was 3 years old, all through, that's 50 years in terms of time. And so I'm really used to the idea of being able to come in and out of my body and explore different things. If you're not used to that idea, what I first want to say to you is that it's totally possible and natural for you to be able to have this information. There's no information that's not available to you. It's you. It's an environment, this place, made of energy and consciousness. It's not a physical place. So there's no barriers to you having this information either. I'm just really lucky that I've been able to have this kind of all of my life. And one thing is to help you understand that you can have it too, because the first thing is it absolutely transforms your life. You know, it totally makes a difference to you when you understand that there is an existence before, a spiritual existence here while you're here, and obviously that you are immortal. You're quite literally as dead as you're ever going to be right now. You never ever die. So this subject is all about what do you know before you come into this life. So first of all, what you're really doing when you come into physical reality is deciding to learn certain lessons. Now, that's pretty obvious. A lot of people will tell you that. But the lessons that you're learning, I would suggest right now, are all about spiritual awakening whilst in the physical body. So I would suggest that as we look around this reality, as we look around what's going on, there is an awakening happening. People are beginning to wake up and kind of go beyond the old religions, go beyond the New Age, because of course the New Age is also quite limiting in many ways as well when you explore it. Been doing it as long as I have, and what you begin to realize is that your consciousness extends far beyond physical reality, and that you're essentially beginning to bring information from outside of physical reality into physical reality. So it's about being self-aware, spiritually aware while you're here, knowing and living your true purpose. So I would suggest that that's what you're doing. That's the path that you're on right now. It's not about your job. It's not about your partnerships. It's not about anything else. It's about you extending your awareness of who you are and the nature of reality. But there are a few things that you absolutely do know. And these things in the broadest sense are that you have a blueprint. There's no doubt at all from all of the people I've worked with and my own experiences that there is a flow. There's a blueprint that you have. And when you get into that flow, things just seem to work. It's a bit like the opposite of trying to swim up, swim against the tide in a river, to swim upriver. It really is about turning yourself around and going downstream, going with the flow. And if you're in a job or a business or a relationship where you are feeling that you're going against your true nature, who you really are, then you're going to find that really, really difficult. And so that's a really good example of going against your blueprint. Now, your blueprint is not set that you've got to do this job and marry this person or live in a certain place. It's an overarching idea, a note, if you like, a tone of who you are in this reality. For me, having had that out-of-body experience from 3 and then ongoing, and I was a healer for 10 years and I've done tons of psychic and self-development work, written a few books. My out-of-body experiences are really the things that set the tone of my life, and then exploring how I create my own reality and all those types of things. So my life tone, the note of my life, is actually very spiritual in that sense, so that's what I've chosen to follow. And when I follow that blueprint, things seem to go pretty well. And when I go against it, then they don't. And so I've just learned to go with the flow, the note that I'm sounding, if you like, in the universe. So what note is it that you want to sound? What creative process do you want to explore? Who do you really want to be? And that is the note kind of calling to you, if you like. And then it's about you beginning to work into that blueprint in some way, shape or form. The second thing, there are no strangers here at all. We all come here together. Now, we may not look like this outside of physical reality. It might be that in other lifetimes that the people that you're with might be your father or your mother or your sister or your brother or your children, whatever it would be. But we all play different roles for each other. And that's a really beautiful thing when you realize that there's no strangers here. Everybody you meet is predestined in that you've arranged it before you arrived. But it doesn't mean that you have to actually follow that path. It does mean, however, that there are no strangers. So, you can welcome in, and often the people that actually antagonize us the most and get on our nerves and annoy us and all those types of things, they're the people that come here and we've invited them here to teach us the lessons that we want to learn. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is that whatever challenges you're facing, whatever goals you set yourself before physical reality, you're perfectly capable of actually achieving them. There's nothing that you would set yourself that you cannot achieve. As I've said before, and if you look around all the videos on this channel, it's really about helping you understand that this isn't a physical environment. It's a state of consciousness. It's all made of energy, and it's all very flexible. You can do many, many things that you thought you couldn't do. So what you think about your challenges, what you think about your goals and that type of thing is essential, because this place is made as from thought, as we know. So they're the three things I just want to share with you. Now, individually, we've all got our own note, our own tone. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link below in this video through onto my podcast. And there's a video there, there's an audio, there, that's going to help you begin to unlock those inner psychic senses, tune into that broader self, and then you can begin to ask questions about what is it that you're doing here. I'd suggest, again, overarching your tone and your note is about expanding your awareness. It's about really asking those questions about who you are and what your purpose is, so that you can actualize yourself while you're here in physical reality. And otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video, I wouldn't imagine. So that's it. So click through. There'll be a link below through to the podcast with that information for you. Please do subscribe and hit the bell. There'll be more videos coming a few times a week, as I get some time in between teaching the students and writing and all those types of things to share different ideas with you. And if you've got any other questions, pop them in the comments below and I will have a look. That's it. Stay safe, everyone. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.